Okay, so here I am in Visual Studio. I'll start up my add-in project, the external command lister, and launch it with F5, which starts up Revit architecture. I set up the Visual Studio project to immediately take me straight into a project that I want to debug, in this case a simple empty project. Under my external tools, I have the command lister. I launch that and it prompts me to select an add-in defining some other external command. So here's the one we looked at last week, and it will not run because it requires a family document. Let's close that. It takes us back to the prompt to select some other add-in. Let's choose an add-in that will execute successfully and also set a breakpoint in our Visual Studio project. So in my command, I set a breakpoint in the method that instantiates the lister. F9 to set a breakpoint here. Go back to Revit, select some other external command, choose the Hello Revit DLL from the Revit SDK samples. So if you look here, I am now in Revit SDK samples, Hello Revit CSBin debug, and select Hello Revit.dll. My lister is instantiated. Skip over that. So I'm creating my form, is populated with a text box, and in the text box I add the command names detected by the external command lister, and to this toolbox I add the lister itself as a tag, because the lister will also transport the command data information that I received when this external command was invoked. And on a double click event I will invoke the on double click event handler. So let's set a breakpoint in that method. It's defined up here. Hit F9 for that as well and continue executing. In the Hello Revit external command add-in, there's only one command defined. The full class name is Revit SDK samples Hello Revit CS command. I double click that and the double click event handler reacts to it. I extract the text box from the event handler sender argument. I get the text from the text box, detect what is the current line that my cursor is on, find the corresponding line of text, trim that, valid text entry was found. I retrieve the external command lister from the tag and invoke the launch command on the lister. So let's step into that. I have stored my external command implementation assembly. I create an instance of the command. I set up message and elements, and I have stored the command data. So now I'm all set to invoke the execute method on this external command implementation, actually instance of the class. So I do so. And you can see I'm stepping right into the code implementing this completely foreign external command. So I can debug any command that I select here in real time just by selecting interactively the .NET assembly, assuming that I have compiled this myself and have access to the debugging code. So I'll just continue executing, and you can see here is the Hello Revit command executed by my external command lister. And if I close that, you can see that this command returns succeeded with no error message. So that's all actually. I'll close my listing, I'll cancel this. This will re-prompt me to select new assemblies as long as I want, and I'll stop debugging in Visual Studio to close down Revit.